Nazareth Area Science Project actually began in the early 90s. A couple teachers, and myself included, met with a group of experts from Lehigh. Initial thing was to make people more aware of science, and what turned out was one of our major goals began in the early 90s was to reopen the planetarium. The planetarium had closed because it became obsolete in what we were trying to do there. So with this group of teachers and parents, we went out, we raised some funds and dollars, and we were able to clean up and remodernize the planetarium so all the students in the district could make use of it. While we were doing that, we saw a need to do more science in the community. I think it was probably 1992 perhaps, we started the first Nazareth Area Science Project Fest, which we held a day in the fall, a full day in the fall, for people of the community and the surrounding areas. At that time, I saw the need to get the science group resurrected, and with new leadership and a new group of parents, we were successful and able to do that.
I was the PTA president here at Bushkill when the science committee became reintroduced. It's been very exciting. We are a group of people with a lot of diverse backgrounds. I have children here in the Nazareth School District, and I'm also a physical therapist in the community, so science is a very big part of my life, and I enjoy it. And my goal is to bring opportunities to our children in the community and to hopefully give them experiences with science, bring hands-on science into their community.
So the Nazareth Area Science Project, I find it is an excellent way to bring the community together to invest and put together people with not only within the professional community but within the education community to invest in our students, to bring them to show the fun that's available with science.
So the beauty of this is that we've essentially created a venue where you bring together educators, you can bring together parents from the community, working professionals, and scientists from all disciplines. And we get together and we pool our resources and come up with fun projects, fun activities that are tailored to really supplement and help complement the curriculum that the students are already learning in their classes.
Bringing my environmental club from the intermediate building over here for some environmental education work out in the back. We've done things out there like plant studies and tree studies to learning about bees and pollination and how important that is for our environment.
The environmental center at Bushkill is a unique thing that not many other districts or schools have. A functional outdoor environmental center. And we saw what happened when we didn't take care of it. It just fell into disrepair. So I think it definitely is something that needs to be taken care of for not just environmental club, but anyone else who needs to use it in the future.
I got involved with the project through Dr. Shoemaker, who asked me for some advice about building some benches. We went up to Waste Management. They have a site where they have an outdoor classroom, and we went up there and took some measurements, and we decided to get my computer drafting students, my CAD 3 students, involved in it, because I know those students. I've had them for several years in a row, and they more or less drew up the plans for the benches, and we finalized the plans for the whiteboard sheds. And then we went up and started building. We built several benches out of the we built the 2 whiteboard sheds, and then we built a couple of bridges. We did some trail maintenance and wall building, and the kids really enjoyed it. They were happy to be able to do something outside of school and apply what they learned, to the point where we have kids that now that are graduate, they get back in touch with me and say, hey, when are you going out there? I want to come and help. So we have like alumni now that's helping building on the project. So it was really a pretty good situation in that, you know, the kids actually learned some building skills. They had some skills that they did on the computer, but then they applied it in real life. And that really was good for my students.
Hi, my name is Miss Mitch. I'm a 12th grade English teacher at the high school, and the Environmental Center at Bushkill has been such a pleasure to work with. The Environmental Center has provided my 12th grade AP students an opportunity to take specific British authors and techniques that we use in class and actually use them. In addition, it allows students to explore technology and how that can be helpful, not only within my class, but in their future years when they leave for college. So they've been using iPads and iMovie, Office 365 to actually collaborate upon work and to create pieces, you know, outside of their classroom setting when they're home at night. So it's been a great, great adventure. Finally, we've also paired up with some of the teachers from Bushkill Elementary Schools, and the students in the elementary building are doing the really high-level 12th grade AP students work along with them. So they partner up, and in small pairs, 2 elementary students may go out with 2 high school students into the Environmental Center. They're able to write literature, obviously on a 12th grade level, and then maybe a 2nd or a 3rd grade level. And it's very interesting that even though, you know, the lower grade levels may not necessarily be academically mature as far as their writing in comparison to a 12th grader, the comparisons are great. And so to have that experience where you're really working not only across the curriculum, but obviously in different academic levels, and there's, you know, great things that come out of it for all of those students. The Environmental Center has been wonderful, and I hope to do it, you know, for the next few years, for the time that I'm here at Nazareth, because my students have always come back and said the experience is what they will remember. That obviously as we study in class those pieces of literature, they remember those details and they remember those concepts because they're great students here at Nazareth, but the experience is the memory that Bushkill has created for them.
No one ever told me it would be easy, but nobody said it would be so hard. I pricked my fingers on the thorns, but I learned how to comfort myself. I got caught in the spider webs, but I learned how to free myself. I stumbled through the rocky patches, but I learned how to keep my balance. I came across many disappointments, but learned to find the good. 2 tracks diverged in a wood. I took the one less traveled by, and it saved me.
Dr. Shoemaker's encouragement, I was able to get, you know, spread the word to Adele Mitch, and she was able to go up with her class. Also, I went over and talked to Home Ec. They did some outdoor cooking up there. Nanette Sawyer took her class out there, and they did some outdoor cooking. And so it's a venue that I would encourage the district to use. And, you know, from K through 12, you can go out there and find something to do or something to use it for, you know, just to get out in nature. So it's really a nice spot. with the pavilion and all the trails. I think it's a diamond.
Hi, my name is Jamie Fox. I'm the president of the Nazareth Area Science Project. The Nazareth Area Science Project was formed to foster excellence in science and convey excitement of science to young people through the Nazareth area and the greater Lehigh Valley, through promotions of various activities and science-related functions. The future vision for Nazareth Area Science Project is to expand our committee and infuse new ideas and direction. It is to grow the Science Fest to an annual event where all aspects of science are represented. It's to support workshops for educators and community members, and to promote science activities throughout the Nazareth School District. Our committee members have grown to include many different backgrounds, such as science-based geologists and environmentalists, health and wellness. We have educators, professionals from all walks of life, different forms of technology, and parents. If you want to invest in the future of our young people here in Nazareth or the greater Lehigh Valley, we'd love to have you become a part of the Nazareth Area Science Project Committee.